Yeah.
One,
right.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Right.
Governor Bush, great to be with you here in your office. Thanks for this opportunity. We wanted to ask you about immigration because it's back on the agenda finally.
Yeah.
And the GOP or the White House is backing a new proposal from some senators called the RAISE Act bill, which proposes cutting immigration in half. Did you support that idea?
I don't support the idea of cutting legal immigration in half. I do support the idea of narrowing the number of people coming by family petition to spouse and minor children, but that would create the opportunity to expand the number of people coming for economic purposes. We have shortages of labor in agriculture, hospitality industry, in the high-tech sectors, where we're not taking people's jobs away, we're creating an economic opportunity for them if we were strategic, as Canada and Australia have been. So I think the basis of building towards that is there in this bill, but it only addresses one narrow part of this. A merit-based system would be helpful for our country, but I think we ought to take full advantage of it and not just restrict the number of legal immigrants coming in.
Right, you in fact wrote a book, Immigration Wars, advocating that. And also you surprised some of your supporters on immigration by advocating cutting back on family immigration. You're very proud of your family ties to Mexico.
Yeah. So
how do you explain that?
Well, in 1965, the law was modified to expand to adult siblings and adult parents. I think the definition of family for most people are your wife or your spouse and your young children. Every other country in the world has that as the basis of family unification, and I think that's the appropriate place to be. Ultimately, we need to deal with the dreamers, we need to deal with border security, we need to deal with the 40% of the people that overstay their visas, we need to deal with asylum requests, refugees. We need comprehensive reform, but a key element would be to modernize our legal immigration system to take advantage of the economic opportunities that exist.
You mentioned DACA. DACA is kind of on life support. It's got a month to go before it meets a very serious legal challenge from several Republican-controlled states. What would you do about DACA to extend the life of DACA?
I don't believe the president had the authority by executive order to unilaterally do what he did as it relates to DACA and DAPA, and I think it should be dealt with in the proper channels through Congress. There's broad support to deal with a child that came here through no fault of their own and is deemed illegal, but has no connection, no nexus to the country that they came from as a young person. Republicans support dealing with that in a humanitarian way, and Democrats do as well. We need to start, when we reach consensus on certain elements where there's popular support for it, rather than have the partisan fight, pause, take a deep breath, agree that we agree, and do something about it. And that's what a president should be doing.
The White House is also advocating making English a requirement for a green card, and even questioning the symbolism of the Statue of Liberty as a beacon for immigrants.
I saw the give and take and the drama and all the fake drama. I think it was more dramatic rather than a serious conversation about immigration. The issue of English, look, when you become a citizen, you have to pass a citizenship test that's based on English unless you're an elderly person. I think that's the proper way to deal with this. People that come from other countries learn English because it's to their advantage that they do it. And as long as we have a set of shared values that we believe in, it doesn't matter to me and shouldn't matter to anybody else. If you embrace those set of shared values, it doesn't matter where you come from, if you got a Z at the end of your name or a vowel. If you embrace the concept of American citizenship, and it invigorates our country rather than detracts from it.
One last question. President Trump has just passed the 6-month mark. I think it's 200 days now. What kind of grade would you give him?
It's exhausting. I mean, it's an incomplete grade in the sense that not much has been done, but it feels like the whole world's been turned upside down. He's created controversy where there's no need for it. He should lead. And all of this tweeting and the pushing down people to make himself look better is not helping. In the world, he has not dealt with a major crisis yet, but there are 3 or 4 that are brewing. And I hope and pray for him and his family, and I pray for my country, and I hope that he assumes the mantle of leadership that he hasn't not yet done.
Did not winning the presidency turn your world upside down? How's life?
No, to the contrary, it has. It's. I'm blessed. When I tried and wasn't successful, I had a loving wife. I got 4 perfect grandchildren. I've got a family that I love and adore. Back in business, back in the community. Go to mass every day. Every Sunday, the Church of the Little Flower. I got a blessed life.
Very good. Well, thank you for this opportunity, Governor, and good luck with whatever you get up to in the future, whether it's Marlins baseball or more politics.
We'll see. We'll see.
Or more grandchildren.
That I hope is going to happen.
Okay. Thanks again.
Yep. All right, guys.